What's going on, everybody? Just decided to come at you a little bit earlier than what I said I was going to do because while I was getting things set up for this video, I got the breaking news that I'm pretty sure all of y'all saw. Now, before I get started, let me just say a couple of things here. What to do is my other channel. It's a channel I created just, to talk about whatever, any and everything. So go ahead and subscribe to that channel if you have not. I want to thank all my subscribers I got now. I have 75. I want to thank everybody who's subscribing. I know I don't do videos on a daily basis. I do them here and there, but I do appreciate y'all for watching my videos, subscribing, tuning in. So go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then select all notifications. Another thing here I want to talk about, I'm pretty sure you probably see me a little bandaged up right now. Just came back from the doctor. You know how they do you when you go to the doctor. Yeah, they stuck me up pretty good. Got a couple of them on one of my hand. Stuck me up pretty good, so had to go get a regular routine check. But now that I got all that out the way, got some breaking news. Well, like I say, I don't know if it's breaking news or what yet, but gotta go ahead and say it. It has been declared that the Houston Rockets is not going to get Carmelo Anthony. He has been sent to the Atlanta Hawks for what's that guy's name? Can't think of his name right now. Uh, Dennis something. Give me a few seconds to check this out real quick. Thought I had it all prepared, but I don't. But he's been sent to the Atlanta Hawks. So it's a few people that we were trying to get this all-season free agency that we have not gotten. Now, I can understand why he did not come to Houston for a couple of reasons. One, do you really think that Oklahoma City is going to make us better than what we were? No, they're not. Excuse me. They're not going to do that. Why? Well, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Why? Because they they're not going to let us get better than what we are. So what they're trying to do now is just say, okay, look, we're not going to deal him to the Houston Rockets for Dennis Muscala. That's who the Atlanta Hawks got. If I said that name right, Muscala something. I'm looking at it right now on my news feed. It's kind of the same reason why the Spurs wouldn't give us Kawhi Leonard. Do you think they're going to make us better in the same conference, in the same division? No. So guess what? Bam, he gone to another division. See, that's what I'm saying. And then, okay, let's just put it like this. Now I know I named the video "Houston Sports is on the Rise," but I have to talk about this for a moment. Then I get into what I'm talking about Houston Sports on the Rise. Well, H-Town Sports, same thing. Anyway, let's just put it like this. There was a few big name people out there that the Rockets was pursuing. The first one, of course, was LeBron James. We already knew that was a long shot we were going to get him, but it's worth a shot. Then you had Paul George, who I kind of wanted to come to the Rockets, but he decided to stay in Oklahoma. Then you had Kawhi Leonard. Then you had Carmelo Anthony. DeMarcus Cousins was another one. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but there were quite a few free agents that the Rockets was going after and didn't really get them. Now, me personally, I'm a fan of that. I'm a huge fan of that, and let me explain what I mean. I guess you can call me old school. I'm not a fan of players that hop teams to try to win. I'm a fan of, guess what? I'm gonna do this myself type thing. So, excuse me. So that's what I think a champion really is. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. That's what I think a champion really is. Someone that work hard to earn it themselves. So, with all that being said, though, I will say this here that I do think with the Rockets not getting all this free agency for big free agent names, now we can focus on the team that we have, like Clint Capella. Need to sign that dude. What are we waiting on? I don't get it. Whatever. I don't get it. We can focus on Clint Capella. Get him that money. Now there also has been rumors that the Sacramento Kings might go and try to take Ryan Anderson from us. Well, let me change that. I ain't gonna say they're gonna take him because we're gonna be more than happy to give him away. But there's been rumors that we might get rid of Ryan Anderson to Sacramento. I mean, there's been a whole kind of different rumors about it that he might get bought out his contract, that he might go somewhere else. Now we're gonna see. Now I want to talk about something else for a minute. Then I'm gonna get on to what I really meant about H-Town Sports on the Rise. I also want to talk about a former Houston Rocket in Patrick Beverly. Now, I was reading an article, something I did not know. I didn't know at first he wanted to be traded, but he wanted to be traded to a team that he could produce a little bit more. And I can understand that. No, there's no ill will, from me on that. I can understand that. And he still is a fan favorite in my eyes. But Patrick Beverly opened up and he said that he had a lot of hatred for the Golden State Warriors. He still loves the city of Houston, and he 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 wanted to stay. He just wanted more of an open role for himself, and can't knock the man for that. You know what I'm saying? He's very talented. So when he said that he still called Houston his second home, because Houston gave him a chance when he was overseas playing. Houston gave him a chance to shine in the NBA. So he still calls Houston home. And me personally, I appreciate that from him. Now, as well, excuse me now as well, uh, 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 like I said before, Ryan Anderson might be out the door because there was rumors that Sacramento Kings might try to get him. There's been so many variables with Ryan Anderson. I don't know what's going to happen. But I do think the Rockets do need to stop focusing on big names. Keep the team that we got because we already lost some key players, but two big key players. And Luke, can I say that man? Luke Mute, I think I said his name right. And also Trevor Ariza. Those two hurt. I'm not gonna lie, they hurt. So we need to focus more on keeping the players we got and stop trying to focus on bringing big name people in. We can make this happen. We basically made it happen already. We beat ourselves. There's nothing we lost. It is what it is. We know we can contend. Let's keep making this happen. So, excuse me, sorry about that. So now that I got all that out the way, let me go ahead and get to what I'm saying. H-Town sports is on the rise. Now, and I'm talking about just this season right here, just the year 2017-2018. Now, I'm not talking about the Astros last year winning the World Series. That kind of plays into part what I'm saying, but talking about a little bit more this year. So far this season, the Astros have a pretty good season. Look like they're going to have another deep playoff run. We're going to see what happens. Then the Rockets had a great season, deep into the playoffs, this close to going to the NBA Finals. Excuse me. And I'm very excited to see what the Texans is getting ready to do. Very, very excited to see what the Texans is getting ready to do because now we're going to have a good season. I can feel it in my bones. We are going to have, like I said, we are going to have a good season with WHUT back. Clowney had some kind of a procedure done on his leg. I forgot exactly what it was, but he should be, ready to go by the time preseason starts. If they play him in the preseason, they might not, but if they do, he should be ready to go. Because that happened like a month, probably not even a month after the season was over, but or somewhere around there. But anyway, so we're gonna see what happens. Then we all know Watt had the injury. Nobody's talking about Whitney Merciless coming back, which I hate that he's not getting the respect that he deserves. Whitney Merciless, if you see this, I'm giving you the respect that you deserve. You had a big injury, season injury too, with your torn pectoral muscle. I forgot which side it was, but you had a big injury. I'm giving you the respect that you deserve because you do deserve that respect. Now, because the Texans played, the season full of injuries. Our quarterback, a lot of our defensive players, tight ends. There was a couple of games that we played that we didn't have any tight ends. We had running backs playing tight end positions. I mean, and then there was a couple of games where we had Hopkins was the only wide receiver. We had to go get players from other teams' practice squads. It is what it is. Like that old saying goes, you gotta fail before you succeed. And I'm a big fan in that saying. You gotta fail before you can succeed, and that's exactly what I think that we are finna do. We are going to succeed real quick, real soon. Excuse me, not real quick. Well, hopefully real quick, but I meant to say real soon. So, with that being said, though, excuse me. With that being said, now I know I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but I have been keeping up a little bit with the games. Uh, I did last time I looked, the Astros was like good 25, 30 games or whatever above 500, somewhere around there. I forget exactly because that was like a week or so ago. Like I said, I don't really keep up on it. And it looked like they're going to have another deep postseason run, hopefully win another championship. Make the city look good. It was fun to see the downtown parade. All the Houston stars came out. I'm talking about Paul Wall, Bun B, even had Trevor Ariza was there. Patrick Beverly was there too, and so was I can't think of his name right now. He used to play for the Clippers. He's from Houston, big tall dude. I can't think of his name right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He went to the Dallas Mavericks. Golly, I can't think of his name right now. Can't come off the top of my head. But anyway, And the Rockets was trying to get him too. God, I can't think of the man's name right now. Not DeMarcus Cousins. I don't know why I'm thinking about him, but no, not him. But uh, who else? Elijah one was even there too. I think Elijah one down. Uh, it was a bunch of stars, and that's a good feeling. Cause we haven't had that feeling since the Rockets won it back in the mid '90s. So, so we gotta get that feeling back again. So with that being said, though, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do as fans. Go out there and make things happen for your team. You might not like basketball, football, baseball. You might like only Houston Soccer with the Houston Dynamo. That's fine. Hey, you might be like uh, you might like only boxing, and there's a couple of young cats from Houston that's boxers that's coming up on the rise. So you 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 you, you got your options there. Hell, you might not even like sports in general. Still, the city of Houston is where you're from, or where you live, or even both. Show your support for the city. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big baseball fan, but guess what I did when the Astros won? Well, I bought me a World Series baseball jersey. Yeah, I know it's Jeff Bagwell, but hey, still got the World Series patch on it. So all I'm saying is show your support for the team, for the city. You know, hey, every time I do a video, you'll see this behind me, or you might see the Texans, or even the Astros. And like I said, I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but hey, still support the city no matter what. You know. So, but with that being said, though, I am going to say this here about the Houston Texans. We had a few years of disappointment, heartache with the injuries and stuff. We finally got us a decent quarterback. I'm not going to say he's good or great just yet because he played probably half a season, if you want to say half a season. And I know I'm a Texan fan, but at the same time, I want to see a little bit more. Our first regular season game, I think it's September the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. We're playing the Patriots, and that's in New England, which I kind of find it weird. Shouldn't that be in Houston now? Because we played them last year in New England. Now it's time to come to Houston, but whatever. That's a whole other topic. But whatever. Focus only on our Rockets. Only. There's been too many times where I've seen fans worried about what other teams are doing. Like for what? Are you secretly fans of those teams? Look, I'm not trying to knock anybody. I'm not trying to down talk anybody. I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. All I'm saying is, if you are a fan of a team, if you are a fan of a team, I think that's the team you need to be saying, we're going to win, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Don't be like, oh man, this other team did this, they got this, they did this, who cares? Because see, every time you see me do a video, I talk about my favorite team, which is of course Houston team, but still, I talk about my team. I do not talk about what those teams over there are doing. I mean, and I can get where some people are coming from, but at the same time, I think we need to worry about us. So that's all I'm saying. And particularly, I mean, Rockets fans know what other team I'm talking about. And just in case you don't, I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors. A lot of people's upset because the Warriors got Boogie Cousins. I look at that as a compliment, and let me explain exactly what I mean by that. I've said this plenty of times, and I'm going to say it again. We made the Warriors force a game 7. We was up on them 3-2. They had to win 2 straight games to beat us. And in game 7, with an injured Chris Paul, with us having one of the worst shooting nights in NBA history, if not the worst, one of the worst, they still only beat us by 9 points. So we made them work. So this is why I say I see this as a compliment. They said, okay, this team was down on their luck, and we still barely beat them to get to the finals. Yeah, we're gonna have to up our game. We're gonna have to do something better. What's going on, Third Coast? How you doing there, man? So that's why I say these things. That's why I say Houston sports is on the rise. Excuse me. Houston sports is on the rise. If you don't believe, check it out yourself. I have my news feed I check out every day, probably like 10, 20 times a day. I check it out. I've been looking at it, but even though some ain't haven't changed yet, I still look it up. Oh yeah, I agree with you right there, Third Coast. Yeah, Houston Sports will be on another by the end of next year. Uh, but excuse me. But that's what I'm trying to explain right there. People not. I think we as fans of Houston sports need to focus on us, nobody else, because champ. This is going to be known. I know Houston has a lot of nicknames. We call ourselves Screwston, we call ourselves H Town, call ourselves Space City, the Bio City, all that. I think we're now going to be labeled as Championship City. It's finna happen. It's going to happen. I tell you that, and trust me when I say it is going to happen. I guarantee it. It's going to take some time. We're going to have some heartache, some disappointment. That's just how it goes. But we're going to get there and we're going to make it happen. I guarantee it. Oh, and Third Coast, Mr. Wink, just to let you know, I did see that video you put up. You said you were doing some new things. Proud of you, man, reaching your 300 subscribers. Keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do. I might not be able to catch every video that you do, but I try to catch as many as I can with you and Huncho, because y'all show y'all boy a whole lot of love, and I appreciate that. So I gotta get that love right back. Got to. So me and you need to hook up one day. We need to hook up one day. Matter of fact, like I said, this Saturday, probably Saturday night. I can't say what time yet, but I will let you know. I will hit you up, guarantee it. Uh, Now back to what I was saying. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost train of thought what I was saying, but uh, excuse me. You think we get Camelo today? Nah, Camelo gone, man. I don't know if you saw that yet. Camelo gone. He gone, man. He's not. See, here's the thing. Like I was saying before earlier in this video, do y'all really think that Oklahoma was going to let the Rockets get Camelo? Do y'all really think that they were going to let us get a little bit better? No. It's just the same reason why the Rockets show interest, excuse me, and Kawhi Leonard, and we didn't get it. Do you really think San Antonio going to let us get better? No, they're not going to let it. It's the reason why the Hawks waived him. Oh, I ain't see that part. Okay, my bad. That's news to me right there. Then we might. I ain't see that part. I just saw that they traded Carmelo to the Hawks for what's that dude now? I just said his name earlier. Golly, I forgot his name that fast. Um, okay. Well, anyway, still, I didn't see that part, so I need to check that out. So, but right, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I didn't see that part that he got waived. That must have just happened then, because I saw early on my news feed that he got traded to Atlanta for the, I can't think of the guy name. I just said it, but anyway. So, uh, but I was talking a little bit about. I'm gonna get back onto this point. I know I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna get back onto this point. I do not think that the Rockets need to go after big name free agents. We came so close with what we had. Yeah, I know we lost a couple of key players. Well, I ain't gonna say key players, big players. Trevor Ariza, excuse me, Luke Bamute as well. I know, I know. So, and I get those are voids that we really have to fill, and I get that. But we're gonna make see what happens. Now, I guess I'm old school, and I'm gonna go back to the early and late '90s when there were a bunch of good teams out there, and I'm for the name. Of course, you had the Chicago Bulls, you had the Houston Rockets, you had the Utah Jazz, you had the San Antonio Spurs, you had the Phoenix Suns. You had all these good teams. Now, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, and Patrick Ewing. I forgot the New York Knicks, forgot though. But Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan. Four of them were best friends. You can even throw Elijah one in there. They're good friends with Elijah one. But I know those four were best friends. Did they ever join forces and play together? No, they did not. That's the reason why I'm not a big fan of these super teams. Now, I know sometimes a super team can be created through the draft. And that's what it is sometimes. And I know that. And also through free agency and trades. But I'm just saying, big names like that did not come together and play. Now I know you're gonna say, well, Barkley played with Elijah One. Did they win anything? No. But I mentioned those four people for a reason because they were best friends. They still to this day hang out with each other, call each other's kids their god kids and all that stuff. And they not one time decided, you know what? Let's join forces so we can win nothing but championships. Call me old school, but that's the way I like it. I like for someone, even myself included, if I'm going to win, I'm going to work my ass off to earn it. Yeah, just like you do on your job. You work your ass off and you earn that paycheck. That's all I'm saying right there. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, though, let me get off of that because I talked about that a lot in previous videos and also a couple times in this video. No, that's just how I stand on that. That's just me. Call me old fashioned. Now, also too, now I have not touched base on the Astros a lot, and let me get to them a little bit here. Um, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I'm messing up over here. I'm messing up over here. Thought I was trying to. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I thought I had something going. I'm messing up. Anyway, uh, I know that I have not been talking about the Astros a lot. And like I said, it's mainly because I'm not a huge baseball fan. So I will give a little bit of shout out to them Astros. I'm gonna look it up right now as we speak. Give me a few seconds here. I'm on my tablet trying to uh, Sorry about that. What's going on, Devontae? What up? What up? Sorry about that. I'm a little quiet here. I'm trying to give the Astros a little bit of love. I'm not a big baseball fan, so I'm looking up their record. And last time I checked, if I remember, like last Friday, I think it was, they were 56 and 23, I think it was, or somewhere around there. I forget exactly. I could be wrong on that, but that's just what I'm thinking their record was. Give me 1 second here. Astros to repeat. Hey, like I said before, man, that'll be great. That'll be great. Like I said, it brings love to the city. Even if you're not a sports fan, still, it was great to see. You ain't gotta like baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever. It was just great to see all the support that the city gave. You know what I'm saying? Even when even when I was looking at the parade and stuff for the Astros, I saw a lot of Texans and Rockets jerseys. Hey, I even saw Travis Scott down there. I saw a bunch of Houston celebrities there. You know what I'm saying? Not just in sports, even in music. Hey, a lot of people didn't even know this. I even saw Felicia Rashad there. Some people might be saying, "Who is that?" If you go back and watch the Cosby Show, that's who Felicia Rashad is. She's from Houston. I even saw her. Just go check it out. I mean, it was one. I don't. It was amazing to see. It was amazing to see. So that's the reason why I'm saying Houston sports is on the rise. It's very exciting right now. The Texans seem like we got a good, decent quarterback right now. That pretty good. Look like he's pretty good with his decision making. The team is finally coming together. The only thing that was ever holding the Texans back was a decent quarterback. Great defense, great offense, receivers, all that stuff, except for the quarterback. So I just think that we finally do something. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and get off of here now. But I did want to say I do feel it in my heart that of course Houston, of course the Bayou City, Clutch City. I think we're now going to be called Championship City. It's finna happen. Just keep your patience, keep your faith. It's gonna happen. I guarantee it. Anyway, I'm finna go ahead and chuck the deuce. Get up out of here. If there's anything I missed about the Houston sports that you probably could think of that I have missed, feel free to shoot me a comment. I'll check it out and I will respond. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I say I respond to every comment because I do not, but I will check it out. I, anyway, this is your boy Man Up. I'm finna go ahead and chunk the deuce. I'll holler at you.